Wasting some time, back again with update 5.13. What the hellman's happened here and what's going on? So cool news, British ships are out. I think everybody probably knows that much at least. I have I free XP'd my way to the Caledon, mainly just to check out the chicanery and silliness that they did with putting the repair party consumable on these ships. You know, as far as survivability, I mean, lower tiers doesn't really help that much. It helps a little bit. Tier 8 and up, I think, probably be interesting to see because it does increase the effectiveness of the repair party when it gets up to tier 8, though. Kind of cool. I kind of like it. British Cruiser is interesting not having AP. I think maybe some Wargaming employees who have smoked all of the cracks. I don't know. Maybe a lot, maybe none at all. Maybe they know what they're doing. I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan of the AP only so far. It can work out. You do get some nice hits on the destroyers. It's not like firing regular AP. You get decent damage on them, but man, it's not great. I'm not convinced less options are a better option. You know, that's just my opinion about things. And we get containers now. And so that's pretty cool. We old people working. Now they have people working here, but they won't put people on the ships because I guess that would raise their yield level of violence. Anyways, when you start, you'll get 5 containers to start off with that everybody will earn at level 12 for the ranks. Anyways, open the yellow container. They all have a set, an already set amount of things you will receive for these first 4. Yes, give me all of the containers. It's kind of cool. Some of the rewards are pretty cool. I think the second container contains a bit more, 250. You know, they're not in order, but these are just the standard containers. 250 repair damage control party 2s. That's like a gigantic money saving. Those things are 22,000 a pop. That is crazy. Somebody do the math on that. Open the next one. And what do we got? We have some paint. Can we look around? Oh, I can't move the thing around. That's disappointing. And to the next one. I am going to go retrieve the one I earned. I almost earned the second box there. And some flags and some free XP. That looks like, yeah. Cool. I like the idea of this. I understand why they're doing it. And I appreciate that. 50,000 credits. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of silly. So 250 damage control parties that are worth 22,000 a pop, and then you give me 50,000 credits. It's kind of silly. Anyways, I can collect 1 container here. So you can hold up to 1,000 containers in your inventory before they will automatically open. At the end of the day, though, if you don't manually collect them, it'll just select more credits, more signals, or more consumables. If you want to try the luck option, try your luck, which I'm probably going to do most of mine on try your luck, you have to do that yourself. Anywho, cool thing. So after you collect it, you can just leave it there. Let it sit if you want. We are going to try this for the first time. I may collect a whole bunch of these and open them all at once and stream it because people do that and it's kind of silly, but I like participating in such things. I like things of luck, and I understand why they're doing this. It's going to tap into people's game sense of reward, and they're going to try to earn these things. Anyways, it's good. It's a good plan, really. What did I get? I got 5 flags, Victor Lima flags that I'm never going to use, or because I don't play carriers. Okay, see, I think maybe I'll just save them up so the RNG failing me and leaving me sad and alone in a corner by myself will only happen once in a while. Anywho, so that's kind of mainly what we're doing. Back to port. Oh man, got me stuck over here. Back to port. I do have some clips of the old footage of the gameplays. A little bit of the Caledon. I do want to talk about what they did for a few of the ships. Where's one of them? The New Orleans. They did increase the armor a little bit, supposedly. I don't know if I believe them or not. Seems about the same. Not so much the big deal, just slight armor increase. I do like what they did with the turrets, and they rearranged all of these, which is kind of irritating, but you know, I guess it's their game. They can do what they want, and of course, wargaming reasons. Anyways, the Mogami, they buff the shell, like, well, not the shell, the turret arcs. So it is kind of nice to be able, the highest angle you have to give is 35 degrees to an enemy ship. Of course, you can always reduce that after you're done firing, but it does seem like you can, head on attack somebody, get most of the guns firing in a reasonable time. It doesn't really slow down your output as far as your damage goes. So I like that. I mean, it seems a little bit more usable. They still have made the 155s. I mean, great, you're buffing the 203s, but man, everybody, do we remember the 155s and how magical they used to be? I miss those. I wish we could have them back, but as you can see, they completely just took a smelly wargaming dump on the turret rotation with the 155s. 42 seconds. And that's with a captain with the expert marksman skill. So it's just, that is so stupid. Anywho, it's just a thing I miss about the Mogami and the 155s being good. But they did increase the turret arcs off the ship, so you don't have to expose as much. Still really susceptible to getting completely wrecked. And they did actually increase the torpedo arcs off of one side, because on one side it was 10 degrees more than the other side, because wargaming and reasons, and they like to do stuff like that. I am pretty sure, and this isn't trying to be offensive to people who are dyslexic, I'm pretty sure there's somebody in wargaming who doesn't know what numbers are, or maybe they're dyslexic, but maybe they just need their work checked. I don't know, like putting zeros or degrees wrong in places seems like a common theme with them. It's something as random as, like, give it a higher shell arc on one side, not a shell arc, torpedo arc on one side, then the torpedo arc on another side. That's just so random. Wargaming. Maybe they're just messing with our emotions. I don't know. And then words. I can't talk. And on to the turrets. I just need to slow down, really. I get excited and start laughing about stuff and get crazy. Anyways, so the turrets on the lower armor, go ahead to the armor layout, they increase the lower armor, supposedly. Effective will be 270. I don't know if effective is the right word, but they did increase it from 170, the way it was calculated on the, not in this armor, not on that armor, not in this armor. It's kind of, I don't know, it's unusual wording, but supposedly they increased the armor belt near the bottom. And if you actually read it, what it says words. We're going to get there. Alright, so the turrets. Thickness of the lower part of the armor belt were calculated using the new method in the same way as the Bismarck. Whatever the hellman's that's supposed to mean. Anyways, the old value used to be 170. I haven't been able to find it on here what they're actually talking about. I don't think it's this, because that's not really the lower belt armor. And it's all, it doesn't make too much sense to me what they're talking about. But anyway, so apparently, maybe, I'm hoping this translates into you be able to, show your red bit of your ship right here in a turn, if you have to turn sharply, and maybe you won't be citadeled as much in the turrets when you do that. Really, the only time you have a really high chance of being citadeled. Anyways, and let's jump out of here and jump into some gameplay. Let's go ahead and go back to the Caledon. Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoy my thoughts and whatnot, and some battles in the Caledon, New Orleans, and the Mogami. Alright, here we go. And this is not the highlight, it's just a battle I had in the New Orleans after the patch. And I do feel like it's slightly better against smaller caliber AT rounds. And that's the reason why I chose this clip, to kind of show it. About to run into an angry Kutuzov after I kill this Mayhan silly fellow. But I mean, it's not a lot of damage. He's firing AP, and I'm going bow into it, obviously. It's probably the best choice. And not getting a whole lot of damage. I'm trying to show as little broadside as possible. I really should have just popped my that was my plan, to go beach myself and use my surveillance radar. The Hatsu kind of changed my plans a little bit, so I missed my beach to land on, and then there was a battleship coming around this corner. All bad things for me. But I just kind of want to show that. It seems like it's more resistant to cruiser caliber guns. No change whatsoever, as far as my opinion, on against battleships. It feels like maybe it absorbs battleships rounds a little bit better. Yeah, all completely based upon my own bias, but you know, hey, that's what I think about it. That was a decent roll against that New Mexico, obviously, but shoot some rounds off on this guy. Try to light him up and get out of there. Didn't turned out to be a loss this match. Man, my team didn't have too much luck with my team tonight, but you know, it does happen. A lot of new folks coming back to play the update. And now let's turn around here. This did not end well for me. I got sunk because there was that good nice now. Did not appreciate my shenanigans. Anyways, on to the Mogami. I like the Mogami, and don't disregard it being naked at the moment. I forgot to click the enabled button for the paint I went for. Man, I really do like the Mogami, but I really wish it had the 155s as a good option. I mean, I'm not going to say they're not viable. I mean, you can play with them, but goodness, that's 42-second turret rotation. That's just stupid on a light cruiser. It just doesn't even make sense. They made the turrets a little bit tougher the last couple patches, but there's no point. You can't maneuver and shoot in a cruiser, and what's the point if you can't maneuver and shoot in a light cruiser? The 203s, I do like the you know, you can keep a nice angle. I mean, at this range, the guy shot at me, I could slam my brakes on, turn in, dodge almost all his rounds. It's generally what I do in the Mogami. I think it's good as far as that way, and of course the rounds are made. They're just filled with napalm. I don't know if you knew that about the Mogami or the other Japanese light cruisers or heavy cruisers. It is just silliness. Launch some shots at that North Carolina. I think that was a swing and a miss. But man, I feel like this is just an inferior Atago, though. That's really what it is. Atago makes more money, has a deal on it, and yeah, I really wish they just made the Mogami a bit different. That's why I like the 155s. I'm going to stop talking about that now. Feelings. Anyways, I need to play more Japanese cruisers. That's what I need to get back to. That makes me happy in World of Warships. I was hoping this guy would go broadside, but he didn't go broadside. He's trying to dodge and be smart about it. So launch some torpedoes at him, see if I can catch him off guard. Want to light that North Carolina. Put my 2 fires out. Always enjoy the multiple fire, well, more than one fire on one salvo. Always makes me get a warm and fuzzy feeling. Anyways, this guy, a little over-expedited. Alexander, he wound up in a bad neighborhood. Didn't know how he ended up there. Anyways, I need to stop fidgeting my chair so you don't hear a squeaky chair sound the entire video. I've been trying to fix that. This guy, North Carolina, this is my most hated tactic in battleships. Even when I do it, and I do it, it's bow in, backing up. I hate it. This is what I want Wargaming. Wargaming, getting on an update and fix this. I have a clip of me in a Gneiss now going backwards for most of the game, and it's the dumbest thing ever. I felt bad doing it. It was just so stupid. I don't know. But like people say, if it's stupid, it's what it works, right? Anyway. Ooh, he said hello. That gentleman is using the 155s. So, I mean, they're a viable option, but if you see what he's been doing the entire match, he's been hiding behind islands. I don't know. it's just an annoying thing to do. Another fire on that guy. That's fire number 7. Thank you for coming to my barbecue, sir. Anyways, as far as the update, I really wish they would fix this. The carriers, and as far as the British not having an AA defensive fire, I don't really think it's going to be that much of an issue. I mean, what? In the maybe quarter of a games that you actually get to a match with a carrier, you're going to have to go stay near something with some AA. That's your punishment for playing a British cruiser, I guess. I mean, and you only have AP, but I mean, as long as you can shoot something in the superstructure, you'll be fine. It's Bismarck. It's dangerous getting close to a Bismarck. Really, I'm too close to Bismarck, honestly, but I was going to turn and run away, but he wasn't looking at me, and so I wanted to catch him on fire as good as possible. I'm friendly about my fire, so I try to share. Still only on the Bay here, and on my my account, I've been kind of lazy about that. Another fire. 9 fires. Yeah. Just love the Mogamis and the fires. Need to play my Ibuki more, but high tier gameplay just isn't as fun as it used to be. It's just all an opinion though, and that friendly Bismarck just nukes that guy. And finally, we're going to be here to Caledon, tier 3 British cruiser. The one thing I like about it is the speed this thing gets going, like almost full speed. We're barely into the match and we're already up, you know, nearly full speed. And how fast you actually speed up going into a corner when you're turning, full turn. What kind of chicanery is this? I mean, it's awesome. I like being able to just snake around and build speed and not drop a quarter of my speed. That's amazing. I appreciate such things. As you can kind of see it, speed drops off a little bit. I'll stop looking at the map in a second, and then goes back up. That is pretty awesome. I mean, it makes running away and maneuvering a much more viable option. Charging somebody down and maneuvering also another good option. I don't know. I like that about these cruisers, and I also like the heal. Although, I mean, at this tier, it's barely a sliver of health that you get back. I think it's 95 for. I mean, you can get a couple thousand health back on 19,000. It's nice, but it's not really gonna be. It's not really completely game changing. I mean, that's 2 shells. Come on. You can get shot 2 more times over the course of a game. I like where they're going with it. I don't think it's a bad idea for cruisers to have a reduced repair party. Man, just the AP only. I feel like they're just trying to simplify the game more of something that's already a simple game. Anyways, this is just me talking about the maneuverability and what I thought about them. And let's go on to how it deals with the destroyers. I've only engaged, I think, 3 destroyers in my battles in the Caledon so far. Here's one of them. It's an Itsukaze trying to chase me down. He may be slightly high, I don't know, but you get decent damage on it. It's not great. It's not bad though. You know, it seems fairly reliable. 1,000 a shell. I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, that is a penetration for these rounds. 33% damage, so that's just bad shooting though. Don't come here if you're expecting confidence. Anyway, so the last few hits have been, those have all been 33% damage shell hits. So, I mean, I have no complaints about that. I mean, HE would probably do that or a little less, honestly. This guy just chased me down. You know, he could be new. You're new here, right? See, that was I think that was an overpin because it was a less on the damage there. Anyways, that was a nice hit. I don't think this is a problem. And, you know, 152s, especially like later rounds. I mean, I don't change when I shoot at destroyers a lot of times whenever I AP loaded my battleship, just because that's what I had to shoot at them. No complaints there, but it does seem, like I said, just an oversimplification of an already simple game. We'll see though. Maybe I'll have maybe I'll like them at higher tiers. Anyways, and last clip of the night, guys. A little bit of close combat in the Caledon. Sometimes you just gotta go get stuck in when your team is down 3-8, launching torpedoes at this guy. Also another instance where I do like not losing speed, and so I can keep my maneuvering up. And the firing arcs off these torpedoes are really nice. I hope the rest of the British ships have those firing arcs. So that is really nice. Got a nice double citadel there. A little bit better on the torpedo launch than my enemy right there. But another citadel hit. The problem with these cruisers and how close I am right now, you'll see in a second. Yeah. I'm trying to run away, do a fight, put up a little bit of combat for these guys, and get deleted by enemy battleship. Hopefully you enjoyed. See y'all next time.